They stole my driveway, so I decided to turn their perfect little neighborhood into a parking nightmare. After a long day at work, I pulled up to my house, only to stop dead in my tracks. My driveway wasn't there. Not cracked, not damaged, completely gone. Jackhammered down to bare dirt and hauled away like it never existed. My car sat in the street, hazard lights flashing, while I stared at the muddy hole where 25 years of memories had once stood. That driveway wasn't just concrete. It was part of my life. I taught my kids how to ride their bikes on it, washed cars every Saturday morning, and spent countless evenings shooting hoops with neighbors back when community still meant something. And now? All of that erased. No warning, no discussion. Just a laminated HOA notice stabbed into the dirt like a grave marker. Non-compliant driveway surface. Remove. Replace with approved brick pavers within 30 days. Non-compliant? My driveway was older than their entire subdivision. I poured that concrete myself, back when this was farmland, back when people respected property lines instead of hiding behind committees of clipboard tyrants. Now, every house in the neighborhood looked the same. Cookie-cutter brick driveways, laid by the same contractor, lined up like a lifeless checkerboard that sucked all personality out of the street. Mine was different, solid, functional, built to last. But Mrs. Williams, queen of the HOA, had other plans. With her book of complaints and her backroom contractor deals, she hired a demolition crew to tear up what I built, all while I was out earning the money that kept their property values afloat. They expected me to roll over and fork out 15 grand for their approved replacement. But what Mrs. Williams and her paving mafia didn't realize was that they had just destroyed the one thing holding their perfect little paradise together. Running directly under my driveway were the underground electrical lines feeding the entire neighborhood, connected to a transformer that sat on my property. And thanks to their arrogance, those cables were now exposed, ripped open, and dangerously unstable. Decades ago, my grandfather had negotiated an easement with the power company, an agreement giving my family control over modifications that affected the electrical infrastructure. That meant their little demolition wasn't just an eyesore. It was a violation, and I knew exactly how to use it. The very next morning, I called the power company's emergency line. As the legal easement holder, I reported unsafe electrical exposure caused by unauthorized excavation on my property. Company policy was strict. Any risk meant immediate disconnection until the situation was resolved. By noon, the entire neighborhood was dark. Day 2 brought panic. Families flooded the power company with calls, but all they heard was the same answer: easement dispute. No restoration until resolved. Hardware stores within 20 miles sold out of generators overnight. Day 3 turned ugly. Home offices went dead. Food spoiled in refrigerators. Security systems stopped working, and the summer heat turned every home into a sweltering oven without air conditioning. By the end of the week, Mrs. Williams finally showed up at my door. But this time, she wasn't holding her clipboard. She was holding an apology letter, her face pale, her voice shaking. She begged me to help restore power and promised my driveway would be rebuilt immediately. I didn't just accept her apology. I handed her a violation notice of my own. My terms were simple: complete restoration of my driveway using my original specifications, full reimbursement for damages and electrical hazards, and a formal apology posted on the community website for everyone to see. She signed before the ink was dry. My new driveway was poured the very next week, stronger than ever, exactly how I wanted it. And Mrs. Williams? Let's just say she doesn't hand out violation notices anymore. If you love seeing HOA bullies get exactly what they deserve, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell for more HOA revenge stories.